Hey, Colby, you know what a children's entertainer who's dressed up as a pig shouldn't do in his dressing room?
I don't know. What's that?
Pulling his pork. It's so bad. How's it going, guys? I'm Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. Theme music. What's going on, guys? We are on the fourth and final movie of our Dolls Month.
Yep.
And
dolls and puppets, and yeah.
What a way to go. Colby, would you like to introduce this week's movie?
Yeah, so there was one that I was looking for, which is a puppet kung fu movie called Legend of the Sacred Stone, and it is incredibly good. And I couldn't find it anywhere, and I couldn't even find it anywhere that I could like buy it online. So then I was like, what do we watch? Let's check out OOGA BOOGA.
So like I tried saying that name out loud today, and I just felt racist saying it. For our listeners this week, we're starting to do trigger warnings for like certain things, and if you have trigger warnings or triggers, this might not be the movie for you.
It does seem to come across slightly racist. Like, we were actually just joking about that. Like, I feel like this would have been completely politically fine in like 1991, but then it came out in like 2013 where most of the jokes were already no longer politically correct.
Right. I mean, even in 2013, when there wasn't like the whole social justice warrior thing going on, I still think this was not fine. Like we're not saying that like making movies that have like these sort of like tones, like racial tones and like sexual violent tones is okay, but like, you know, for like a movie in the 1980s, it was sort of rampant,
right,
all over the place, right?
Right, yeah, because they certainly played up all the stereotypes.
Yeah,
So Super Mario was like so over the top Italian and like, you know, that kind of thing.
You always had Jason Voorhees killing people while they were doing it.
Yeah, like, right.
So and like, you know, like, I mean, let's not say that only horror films had like bad stuff in it. I mean, one of the first words you see in Breakfast Club is what's it called? Judd Nelson's locker, and it says, "Pull this and die," and then the derogatory word for a homosexual was on.
Yeah, yep, that's right.
Like, that is on school property. Like, no one's cleaning that up. So we're just saying that like for the time, for like the 80s and early 90s, I think they got away with a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So I was super surprised after I finished this movie. As I was watching this movie, I thought it was a film from like the late 80s, early 90s, when someone pulled out a cell phone. I was like, oh, this just became not that okay.
Right, and even like the strange placing of boobs in this movie was a very like late 80s kind of like boob horror movie thing.
I mean, it's really weird because the first boob shot you get, it's there, and it's like, okay, it's a boob shot, but then like what happened before it was terrible, and then like during the boob shot you see a puppet masturbate to it. So it's just it's really all over the place, this movie.
It is.
Okay, so like you are more of a full moon aficionado than I am.
Oh, right. Yes. So this is Full Moon who does this. It's like Puppet Master. We did Demonic Toys earlier. I actually didn't realize it was Full Moon till after I started watching it, and I was like, this seems very
Full Moon,
and then it was.
You guys, Colby doesn't pay attention to the opening sequence because it says full moon right there. His cat must have gotten his attention.
Well, like I said, I hit play, and then I got to fix a snack, get like my cheese and crackers out, or heat up my Totino pizza rolls.
Okay, so where would you dialogue and story wise, because you are more of a full moon aficionado than I am, where would you put this at? With this,
this is pretty typical.
Yeah,
the act, like I said, we did Demonic Toys a couple episodes ago, and so the acting very similar. You have the one person in it. Well, actually, in this one we have two people who are actually named stars.
That's true. Wait, who's the second one? Because I know the judge. He was
the judge, and then the old lady in the bathrobe. She used to be in a bunch of stuff.
Really? Oh, see, I didn't recognize her. Must be like older stuff, right?
Yeah, she was an Easy Rider. She was in House of 1,000 Corpses.
Oh, so she was in some classic horror films.
She was already kind of an older creepy person in some horror movies. She was in a movie called Trilogy of Terror where there's an African tribal doll that attacks people.
Yeah.
And so I think that they look to get her in this even
as just a small part,
as a kind of like a homage to that original Trilogy of Terror.
Oh man, but this is by far nowhere near the Puppet Master and Doll Man series, right?
Right.
This,
it is. It's impressive what they do with the doll.
It really is.
He's really the best thing in the movie. The acting, subpar most of the way through.
The story is...
It's a little choppy. It's got possibly some plot holes.
Well, yeah, so it's very sort of all over the place. It kind of feels like they made this movie just because maybe the script guy was like, I'll just take it to Asylum or something, and they just decided to do it, finally go through with it.
Right, yep.
But I didn't realize that Full Moon was still doing movies, but then you said they have their own streaming service.
Right. So I was kind of looking into it a little bit after this. 270 movies or something like that they've got now. Including the Ginger Dead Man. And the living Night of the Living Bong, that series. That's
a series.
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 of those.
That's just stoner horror films. That's what it sounds like.
That's exactly what it is.
You know what? I'm really surprised that Full Moon just doesn't do series. For their streaming service, just like Netflix does.
Right.
Because I guess they're still going.
And they did just recently put out a new Puppet Master.
Was it Puppet Master 7 or 8?
I think it's 12.
Oh, so they've beaten Jason.
Yep.
Because I think really the last Jason movie I got to watch was, I don't count Jason versus Freddy. I think, was it Jason X?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or no, they tried to do the reboot. I forgot. They tried to do the reboot with Jared Padalecki from Supernatural.
Yeah,
that didn't do too well. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll get into this film. It's only an hour and a half. I'm really gonna skim through it, and so that way
we'll keep it as PC as we can.
That's gonna be impossible. You know what? I'll give it to this movie that they never at least dropped the N-word.
That is true.
For how racist this is, never dropped the N-word.
Never.
So we start off with the Hambo Show, which is a children entertainment show with a very sexy secondary character. It's sort of like Heidi from the Home Improvement show with Tim Allen.
Yeah, exactly. She was kind of like Daisy Duke, and then Heidi kind of mixed.
Yeah, she's trying to get the show going, but she's calling for Hambo. Hambo is this washed-up children's entertainer who's dressed up like a pig.
Yeah, he's like a pig
man.
Clown.
Al Gore's head is exploding somewhere. He's a man bear pig. No. But when we get a shot of him in his dressing room, he's pulling his pork.
Pulling his pork.
He's just a really gross dude.
Yeah, and drinking,
and just a lot of things. And he goes out to the show because his director forces him to, but he's just super inappropriate. He's like motorboating the Pigtail Sally, I think is her name, or Pigtail Sue, and he's been doing it forever, like because they make the joke that the next person that we meet has been watching him his entire life, and he's like 25. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he did just finish medical school.
Yeah.
Who's sort of our main character.
Right.
But yeah, so he ends up like bombing the show. His director fires him. He throws up in front of the children, and he.
That's right.
And then we cut to Devin, who is our air quotes main character.
Right.
He's like this young kid who just
graduated medical school.
Medical school. He goes home to celebrate with his girlfriend. But before they're gonna get down to business, he gets a call from Hambo.
Yeah.
Who apparently are their friends now, like, which is weird.
Right. So I think that he used to go and like they don't really say, but in my head I'm thinking he's one of the kids that's like on the show.
Oh, like he grew up with him.
And he grew up because he says that he grew up with Hambo.
Yeah.
And so that's how I was picturing it. They didn't really say, but that's what I made it in my mind.
Right. This movie expects a lot from you. Like they don't explain a lot of things. Things just sort of is. But yeah, apparently they're really close friends. Him and another kid that was probably on the show at the same time with him are Hambo's like only real friends.
Yeah.
And so, he's fairly concerned for him, and he's like, "What are you gonna do now?" And Hambo's like, "Oh, I'm gonna sell these toys."
I've come up with a line of super racist action figures.
Well, like, what does he call them? Like bad boy toys or something like that?
Bad boy toys.
And and we get probably the most offensive collection of action figures. We have an Asian dude that's like named Gook.
With a steering wheel.
With the steering wheel and a camera on his neck.
Yep.
And he goes like, "Well, when do you ever not see them with a camera?" And I was like, I hated it's so accurate. I hated it. No, at least the camera part, all right? It doesn't help that everyone's Instagramming their food. We get crack Sally or something like that.
Yep.
We get a gay or like a homosexual action figure.
Yes.
And like it's so bad that I laughed at it, but then on the shirt it said diva. And then we get I guess what you would say like an aborigine or something like that.
Right. Yeah. It looks like a tribal doll or something.
Yeah. And it has like a bone in its nose, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It looked like one of the characters from Green Inferno or Cannibal Holocaust. Like one of those tribal things. And I was just like, ugh. And then so he decides to, because Hambo is going to go try to sell this off somewhere, he wants to give Devin a present, and it's a 16-inch figure of OOGA BOOGA.
It's the prototype of OOGA BOOGA. Yes. The only one that's like a large size.
But I hate it that every time they say OOGA BOOGA, there's like tribal music going on in the background. I was like, oh my god, this is rough to watch. And so Devin, he takes it as a gift. Of course, he's like concerned for Hambo, but he can't really do anything about it. And so he goes to get the slushie that his girlfriend had asked before he comes home.
Right.
And so he is at a convenience store, and then these three like very crack or meth looking dealers come in. They shoot the clerk, and then so Devin, being a medical graduate, is trying to save him.
Right. So after the three very rednecky looking thugs leave, he goes and he tries to save the clerk. And he calls 911.
Yep.
And he's like, we need the police. We need an ambulance. And he's like trying to help the guy. Poorly, apparently. Possibly not a doctor in real life because he didn't seem to use accurate help. Like, didn't apply pressure to the wound or anything. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. And so the police do come, but one of them, Officer White, which I don't know if it's a coincidence or, but he automatically blames Devin. He's like, "Well, you're a black kid,
white kid who shot, and black kid who's
standing over the body."
Yeah.
And so he gets spooked and shoots Devin dead.
Yeah, he gets spooked because the slushy machine, which is malfunctioning, makes a weird noise.
Yeah, and then just to make sure that he's not the only one liable, he takes his partner gun and shoots him in the head.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, I don't know if this movie was ahead of its time on police violence or something, but wow. But as he's dying, the 16-inch doll that he received from Hambo falls to the ground, and it's looking him in the eye, and he's looking at it in the eye, and then the slushy machine that has having electronic issues.
Yes.
All of a sudden surges onto the floor and transfers his soul.
Yeah, somehow transfers the soul between the mix of blood and purple slushy.
Yeah. And that's how we get started with the possessed doll thing. The possessed doll, somehow no one notices this possessed doll make it all the way back to his apartment.
Oh, it's small enough. It probably could sneak.
Oh, it's very like Andy's Coming type of thing. Like,
yeah.
It just falls to the ground. The cops obviously, what's it called? The cops go to the judge, and then they're let go for all the charges. His girlfriend is mourning because he hears about the shooting.
Right. Yeah, because the rednecky guys, they take they had taken the surveillance tape, so there's no way to prove that it was not this black gentleman. So obviously it must have been him. So yes, right. As police officers, you are free to go.
Yep. So now we get into like a lot of like interconnecting like weaves of storytelling, because I'm just gonna lay it out here. That way I don't have to explain it later. So the judge and the two cops are sort of dirty. They're dirty.
Yeah.
The three meth head dealers are actually working for the judge.
And then the cop is kind of the enforcer.
Right. We have Devin's girlfriend, who is now going to be sort of a vigilante-ish type of deal as she tries to find out who killed Devin.
Yeah.
And then, of course, by her side is Devin in the OOGA BOOGA body.
And he doesn't speak. He just kind of grunts.
Yeah. But when he gets into a murderous rage, his eyes turn red.
Yes. He demons up.
Yeah.
And he only demons up when somebody says something racist.
Or he sees something racist.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And so, like, one of the first instances is, like, Devin's girlfriend, she tries to go find the guys who I assume Devin has told her that it was three meth head-looking guys. Right. Because she pretty much makes a beeline for them. A trigger warning. Somehow this sexual assault had to happen for her to get information on them.
Right. So, like, it's like she allows herself to be assaulted so that she could steal the keys that may or may not have an address to
their home,
their meth shack.
We were both lost on this whole exchange. But as that's happening, Devin's landlord has come into their apartment with just a tirade of racial slurs and things. He calls them like jungle people and monkeys, and I was like, "Wow, what? It's like 2013, right? Like it looks like they live in a pretty progressive type of area." From the color of their apartment building.
Right.
It's like super colorful. It's like the type of buildings I've seen like in Vegas and LA.
Right, and they're not like ghetto or anything. They're like I said, graduate of med school. She seems very successful. I mean, it's a very nice apartment.
Yeah, so
well furnished and
do not get why he's coming in with these tirades. But as soon as he does, Devin in his Ooga Booga body decides to throw his spear to his pretty much a headshot. It's very what's it called? Gremlins. What's his name?
It's Stripe, Spike.
The main guy, the main Furby guy. Oh god, Gizmo. There you go. Yeah, he pretty much spears him through the head.
Eyes.
Eyes.
Always the eye.
Right, because it's the softest entryway to the brain.
Yeah.
But then she ends up coming home. She looks pretty beat up, but she gives him the keys, like it's supposed to matter to him. But he's it's just hands him the keys and then goes and takes a shower.
Well,
okay, so this is where the puppeteering part was really good because somehow they made it seem like the puppet had of concern on its face. I was
yes,
that was really good. And then she takes a shower. For some reason, she turns around a couple times, and
you got to get your whole body wet.
But then Devin is watching and jacking off his doll penis.
So apparently it was an anatomically correct doll.
And he finishes.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's at least it's not what's it called? What's the doll musical that we watched?
Oh, Feebles.
Feebles. Yeah, where there's at least it doesn't show things falling onto the floor. But they get back to work. Officer White has to look for the meth heads.
Right, because they are not collecting money like they should.
Well, they're not pimping out girls. They're not dealing drugs.
Right.
They're breaking the 10 crack commandments that Notorious B.I.G. set out for them.
They're getting high on their own supply.
Right. And what's called Officer White. He's trying to look for them. I guess he's not very good at keeping track of his dealers. Because he has to go to this to the trailer park head lady, which is the woman you're talking about.
Yeah.
A very, very long flirtatious exchange, super uncomfortable.
It is a weird, yes, he's very flirty with her. She's very oh my goodness, I've seen you on TV. Yeah. And he's just no, it's just local news because I'm a police officer. And she's no, you're a star. I have an A-lister in my house. Oh my goodness. And you're so sexy.
It is, I know that scene is there just to pad the running time.
Yeah.
And because it gets super uncomfortable. But then he ends up going to the meth head dealer's house. And he's you guys need to start pulling weight. Yeah, you guys aren't doing anything. Why is the hooker in here? Why are you guys doing the drugs right now?
Right.
And that whole setup is also weird because this time we have the main meth head dealer just dancing with the naked hooker.
Right.
And for
who in real life is a porn star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it was weird because she never showed both boobs at the same time. It was only the left or the right. I guess, there was a deal in her contract where
you only get one.
One at a time, but you don't get both of them.
Right, yeah. I have to up my fee if you see them both at the same time.
But but then before the officer leaves, he's well, I'm gonna have me some fun with this one. But earlier she states that the rash hasn't cleared up, so gross. But while this is happening, Devin's girlfriend is also looking for the trailer. She makes her way into the trailer park lady's house.
Yep.
And she notices her. That she was "Oh, your boyfriend is the one who got shot up. I don't want people like that in my house." But Devin, as the doll, is walking around, and she sees a whole bunch of these very racist figures.
Yeah, and I think those were a big thing in the 50s.
Yeah, they're all racist like depictions. Like one's eating like watermelon.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, where'd they get that? But so Devin ends up killing her.
Yep.
In the eye.
In the eye.
And then he escapes with his girlfriend. His girlfriend finds the crackhead people or the meth head dealers.
Right.
In the ruse that she's going to become a hooker for them.
Right. Because they were so good
Yeah.
in their sexual assault on her that she now wants to work for them.
Right. Oh god, this is
and they're like, yeah, that's plausible.
That's how it happened. This is a top class writing right here. But before she's made to perform for them, she shoots 2 of them in the head. The hooker runs away, and then Devin ends up pushing a furnace or something.
It was like him. It was something
like a space heater,
and then it falls on him and melts his face.
Yeah, but then I don't think you die from that. Top class writing, guys. Oh, but how does Officer White, and then so Officer White goes back to the crime scene, finds her wallet that she drops, the whole wallet.
Yes. Yes, because apparently as Ooga Booga jumps out of her purse, because she carries him around in the purse, he must have kicked her wallet out, and then...
Yeah. And so at this point, they feel like it's almost done, but they still have to get Officer White. But to get to Officer White, they go to his partner.
Right, because there's no way to find out where Officer White lives,
right.
But it's really easy to find where his partner lives.
And so before they're going to kill the partner, he's like, there's no way I try to stop him, but he's just unstoppable. You know, I can't go to internal affairs about this racial violence that he's inflicting. I can't even tell people that I have a wife and kids, but he'll go after them.
Right.
And so as he's pleading to her, he's like, please don't, I have a wife and kids, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, all right, well, before we kill you, I want to see the people who are going to miss you. And he is in a interracial relationship.
Yes.
He has a black wife and he has 2 mixed kids and stuff like that. And so they feel like, oh, yeah, he's not racist.
Right. Because, if you have a best friend who's black, then you're not racist.
But I think maybe, but if your wife is the other race, maybe you're not. I don't know. But you know what? The fact that he kept letting it happen, he's a little racist.
That's true. It's true.
And we're okay on a policeman's salary. Where is he hiding his wife and kids? Yeah, I think if you have to hide your wife and kids for a job, maybe don't take that job.
Yeah, that's especially a career job like police officer. You figure you're going to be doing that for
until you're 50,
20 years at least.
Get that pension,
Right. It's a long time to hide your wife and kids.
But so they figure whatever, but Officer White now knows where they live, goes to their house and pistol whips the girlfriend.
Yep.
But Ooga Booga will not allow that to happen for him to take out also his girlfriend, and ends up killing Officer White in the eye. But you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say the prosthetics for the eye stuff, awesome.
It is very good. And also, as he's laying after they knock him to the ground and they're threatening to take out his eye, she's like, well, we're gonna stick you like a pig, but you know what you got to do with a pig? You got to put an apple in its mouth. And then she puts an apple in his mouth before they
it's
poke him in the eye.
Yeah. Well, because they poke him in the ear first.
Yeah.
To, I guess, scramble his brain.
Yeah.
Maybe. And then, she goes into the whole tirade of putting an apple before cooking the pig. That way the juices cook into the meat.
Yep.
I don't know if that's correct. Who knows?
It sounds good.
It's like marinating your meat, I guess. But, yeah. And they ended up, poking him in the eye. And then all of a sudden, the body is just gone.
Yes. Apparently Ooga Booga is good at taking care of dead bodies.
Is he eating them? That's what I want to know. But then after all this is done, she says oh, I guess your unresolved business is finished. I guess you're gonna leave now. And then there is a very awkward makeout scene with a puppet.
Yep. Yeah, because he doesn't really have lips. He just has this weird face.
And so, and then it ends up she's leaving. It must be some time later. But does Ooga Booga get to the judge as well?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. See,
and it's a weird there's just nothing. It's judge poke done.
Dead.
Credits roll. It's like
before the credits roll, we get a shot of the girlfriend again, and then someone knocks on her door and just leaves a briefcase in there.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And then she opens it, and it's $100,000.
Yep.
And it's from Hambone, who says, "My dolls are a big hit in China," which I'm really surprised because Gook. And then he's just like, "Thanks for always believing in me. Here's some money. I'll contact you when I need a new liver."
Yep.
And she's just super hyped about it. And then it rolls the credits, but then we all of a sudden we get a new scene of before they're gonna make out, and it's in Devin's voice.
Oh right, it's very sultry, kind of
"Oh yeah, baby,"
like Isaac Hayes kind of voice.
and then the movie just ends.
And then it ends. Yeah.
Go. What were your first thoughts before you picked this movie?
This looks like fun.
Did you watch the trailer before watching?
I did. And it didn't. The trailer doesn't make it seem so racist. Because I remember, I watched Trilogy of Terror, and it was there's an African tribal doll, and it's cursed, and it's got this necklace on, and as long as it's don't ever take the necklace off, because they find out when they accidentally take the necklace off, then it comes alive and just kills whoever it can, and then you got to capture it and put the necklace back on, and then it's a doll again.
Okay, so you see, that doesn't sound as bad as this movie is.
Yeah.
Because it's a cursed item, just like with the VHS from the Ring movies.
Right. I didn't realize till afterwards when I was kind of just doing some research on this movie, see who was in it and stuff. Apparently, Ooga Booga was originally in Doll Graveyard as a character, as one of the dolls. And that movie has it as it's 1905 or something like that. And there's a girl who's got dolls that her dad has collected for her from around on his worldly travels. But he's very strict, and she plays with the dolls too much and breaks stuff. So, he's going to beat her, but he decides it's a better punishment to make her take the dolls out into the backyard and bury them.
Yeah.
And then while she's burying them, she falls into the grave and dies. And so he just buries her with the dolls. And then later on they come back to help the boy who lives in the house now in current time because his sisters are bitches. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I have not seen the movie, but I'm just what I'm getting. But a very similar version of that doll. It's not the same.
It's inspired by that doll, I guess.
But I think it's inspired, or maybe it's supposed to be that doll, so that already cursed doll is now just cursed and with Devin's soul in it or something.
Or maybe Hambo was that kid that they helped out.
Hambo might have been the kid,
right?
Yes. Or maybe that kid was on the Hambo show also.
Right. See, you get. I'm pretty sure the Full Moon universe. It's all one shared universe.
Right? It is, because when they go into the convenience store, there's a display selling the paraphernalia for the Evil Bong.
Oh.
And then there's a crossover on Evil Bong that's a newer movie where it's Evil Bong versus the Ginger Dead Band. So now you've got like 4 movies into this in the same universe at least.
This movie sounds like scripts that Matt Stone and Trey Parker were like that. It sounds like scripts they just threw away.
Right.
And then Full Moon was like, that's pretty good. I'm gonna just make a whole movie out of that. I mean, when you have a towel that smokes weed and all that stuff, this is very plausible that Matt Stone and Trey Parker could have done these.
Yes.
And so, just to let you guys know, if you guys aren't like easily offended and you just want to watch something goofy, man, it's really hard for me to say goofy because there's like sexual assault in this movie, right? Like,
right. It is almost like a laughable bad rape, but it still is.
Yeah, like
I'm like it obviously is.
At least it's
not.
It wasn't as visceral,
right?
Like if it was like Eli Roth movie or something, or or like some sort of like French extremity movie, like Irreversible. It's not like visceral like that, but just the fact that they put it in there was like we always have to warn people, like, hey, you know. But other than that, the whole movie is like goofy if you're not offended by things.
Yeah,
you know, like if you think like South Park type of humor is funny, this will be some of that. Yeah. So like when I first saw the poster, I just looked at the poster. I was like, oh, this is gonna be goofy as hell. I was like, oh, okay, that's like when you told me it's because you hadn't watched it yet when you told me to watch it.
Right.
You're like, hey, it's probably gonna be a little racist. I don't know if we should do this movie. I was like, let's just do it. You know, I didn't know the extent of the racism.
I did not either. Like I said, like you get that there's gonna be some from the trailer,
yeah.
But yeah, it's the trailer's tamed down. It's kind of gives you the highlights,
right? Or the least racist parts of the movie.
Yeah,
right. But yeah, and I was just like, well, we gotta watch it. I mean, it's a Full Moon production. Like I want to see how cool this puppet looks, at least like the animatronics on it.
Right,
and it's really clean. That is like the most positive thing I could say about this movie.
Yeah. Another fun fact: the judge that's in this, the same year, 2013, he was also in a movie called Nebraska, which was up for an Academy Award for Best Picture of the Year.
So you can't say the guy doesn't have range.
Yeah, right.
What made you? What do you think made him be in this movie? Like, easy paycheck?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I feel like doing a movie like Nebraska is like so taxing on your like
your mentality.
Mental. You're just like, I just need something that's like goofy and fun and easy that I can be on set for a week and be done.
Right.
And, you know, just be like, whatever, blow off some steam.
I don't even think this movie took a week.
It may not have. He may be a good 12-hour shot. Like, long day.
I mean, he was like really only like in maybe 3 to 4 scenes. The only thing that I would see him having to come back for is probably the prosthetic for the eye thing.
Right.
But other than that,
So
I think he was just in it for the. He's just phoning it in.
Maybe 2 days.
Right. He was definitely phoning it in. I mean, for like, you know, if they're offering you like $25,000.
But he's a powerful actor. So like you could tell that he's not just like as silly as this is. He still put the effort in to be the judge that you hated.
I give his performance, the effort he put in there, I give it like 20%. Like he at least memorized the lines, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna deliver this in the most, like, the least effort, but at least show a little bit that I care. I don't know.
Right.
The fact that he was in a movie in the same year that was up for an Academy Award, it's like, It's mind blowing to me. Did you have any favorite parts for this movie?
I don't know. Like I said, like the doll was really well done, and like the way it controlled it, the way it ran around the room, like it didn't look CG, but it didn't. It was like
it didn't feel animatronic,
right?
Yeah,
it was practical, but it's still. I guess on all they got the doll thing down because with Demonic Toys and Puppet Master, I guess they've kind of mastered that technique,
right.
But yeah, there was a lot of just silly little jokes. Like
I'm just thinking about pulling the pork.
The judge when he was talking about to the rednecks about to the cops about going to jail.
Yeah,
he's like if they catch us, I'm not taking the fall for it. You guys are the ones that are going to jail and having your
fudge
butthole loosened or whatever. So, some silly
just like your typical prison rape joke.
Yeah.
Don't drop the soap. Yeah, it's very hard to pick moments in this film. I can tell you the least favorite part of this film is the sexual assault.
Right.
And it didn't do anything for the film.
It didn't.
Really.
It was kind of out of place.
Right.
It was.
I guess I do have one favorite part. It's when OOGA BOOGA hid in the women's dolls. It was supposed to be creepy, but it was hilarious to me just because he looked so out of place.
Right. Yeah, it's stuffed animal, teddy bears and stuff,
right.
And then they're just this piercing eyes just staring out.
It looked like a shrunken head with a
yes,
bone.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. It was probably the funniest part in the whole film for me. Did you besides did you have any other scenes that you was not feeling besides the assault?
There was just there was some stuff that just didn't it didn't mesh. It either needed a little bit more or a little bit less.
That flirting scene. Oh, there's another one. That Officer White and creepy bathrobe lady. That scene was in there for way too long.
Right. That was another one. I think that they were they probably said to her hey, as an homage to Trilogy of Terror, you want to be in this, and we have a little African doll, and it's gonna attack you and kill you. And she's like, sure, but that's only gonna take an hour. If you're gonna pay me, you might as well have me for the whole day. And they're like, you want to flirt with the older police officer guy? And she's like, oh yeah. Let's do that.
You know what, though? She was probably one of the better actors in this whole film.
Right.
Because she really sold me on the whole, no, I remember. I never forget a face and all that stuff. And, she kind of sold me on, oh, man, what an annoying old hag.
Right. Yeah, she gives you the impression. She's the busybody of the...
of the trailer park?
Of the trailer park.
Oh,
she
there's
knows
always...
everybody's business.
There's always a Karen in every... community like that. That's why I'm super glad we don't have an HOA. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I had my Christmas lights up for 3 years. Any old HOA would have sold my house after the first year.
Yep.
Oh, man. So before we go into talking about this more, we're just going to... I know it's a little early in the episode, but we're just going to go to the rating before we I'm gonna trash this movie. I don't care. But if this is your first time listening to us, we do have a rating system. It is Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and Ultimate Collection.
Right.
So Kobe, where are you putting this at?
I probably will watch this again, and I will probably I'll probably force other people to watch this. I'm probably okay with watching it on Tubi as long as Tubi keeps it up.
Yeah.
But I may end up going DVD because I feel like this is gonna be one of those movies that disappears, and then no one's gonna believe you that it like was a real movie.
You think Full Moon wouldn't like put this on a 3-pack? Like, you know, one of those Walmart DVD 3-packs?
Now that I know that the Doll Graveyard, and I'm sure that they'll put him in something else. He'll make a cameo in some other movie, and then and then they could do a 3-pack, and then I would definitely buy that DVD.
More for the other
three
two
movies on one disc. Yeah.
More for the other 2 movies, and then and then this Ooga Booga is just on there, you know.
Right.
If anyone wants to be triggered,
I feel like I would almost rather own the movie poster than like the DVD.
The movie poster is kind of cool, and I do like the tagline. It says it's like 16 inches of pure danger or something like that. Let me clarify that before.
And then doesn't it has like something about like Django, Beyond Django?
Oh, Beyond Django, and it says he's 16 inches with an attitude.
Oh, there we go. And our 2 act Stacy Keach is the guy, and if you don't recognize the name, just look it up. You definitely have seen him in things. He is in 40 or 50 movies. He's been in some sitcoms, and he was he was the dad of there was a show, Titus? No, not Titus.
Oh yeah, it is Titus.
Is it? He was the dad.
Oh wow, yeah. So yeah, that is the.
Yeah, he was a cop in a couple Cheech and Chong movies.
He's an American History X. You know, let's go through this. The judge's like little filmography. He was in American History X, another award-winning movie. Man with a Plan. He was the dad in Titus for Christopher Titus. He was in Gotti. Oh well, that one's not really that good. Yeah, he was in Escape in L.A. If I Stay was a decent film. Yeah, he's in a lot of movies,
and like even back like into the 70s.
Wow. He was in Batman: Mask of the Phantom, another movie you guys should watch if you've never seen it.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's a pretty big.
Yeah, right.
He's a long running actor. You know, he's like the male version of Betty White, because he has like that voice, and he has that comedic timing. Like Betty White, but then he's not adorable like Betty White. You know, he looks like your uncle that's gonna drink all day and say funny shit, but then you have to warn people. He's like, hey, he might say something racist. I don't know.
Yes.
Oh man, so you would stream it, but if it came in a 3-pack, you would DVD it.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. And on totally a different subject, before you get to your thing, we always talk about the Ultimate Box Collection, how it would be cool.
Yeah,
they have a Tremors Ultimate Box Collection where the base is the graboid coming out, and then the movies go into the graboid's mouth.
Oh, see, that's awesome. I thought you were gonna say something like, yeah, you know, the Ultimate Box Collection could be a full-size OOGA Booga. I was like, I don't know if I want that.
And we never even mentioned that the entire time, he has a joint, and he's
yes, he is smoking a joint the entire I don't even know if I guess if Indians had a peace pipe, I guess they would smoke also, but not from a joint. They would be smoking from a peace pipe as well, right?
Right, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Native Americans.
Yeah.
Sorry. Corrected myself. I hope you guys don't hate me for that. That's slight. I grew up in a different time. Oh man, but yeah. So I this is a stream it type of movie. If I love to offend and tilt people, like my friends, not just random strangers. I don't go around the strip hey, I'm gonna trigger you right now. But I have friends that are easily offended. And so if I want to do that to them, I would make them watch this movie.
I feel like I would be willing to pay for this movie in the that I would buy the Full Moon streaming service to watch all their movies.
Yeah, okay.
And then I could watch this and I'd be paying for it because I already have their service. So it's kind of like I'm buying it.
Oh, man. But I guess I don't really have much left to say about this movie.
Or if I was at like, not that something like this would necessarily be, but sometimes you're at like a Big Lots or something like that, and they've got their bin of $1.99 movies, and if I saw it in there, I think I probably would pick it up. I would possibly pick up multiple copies and then like just randomly give them out as like
Christmas gifts,
gag gifts to people who select people who I know wouldn't get offended.
I would give them as gag gifts to people who would get offended. Just to show you what kind of people we are. Colby is very nice. I very much enjoy triggering people that I know. Again, not strangers. I don't go around town as a menace to society. Oh man! But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this month of our dolls, animatronics, and dolls month.
Yep.
I finally got it right, guys. You guys have struggled with me for 3 weeks on getting this right, and it's animatronics and dolls.
I think like every week we kind of like between episodes we change it because it like go, we have Tammy and the T-Rex. That's more animatronic. It's not really a puppet. Like it started puppets, and then it was like puppets,
but it's
and
sort
toys,
of possessed,
and then it's like dolls and animatronics,
right.
And then
but it's sort of possessed.
It
the
is.
T-Rex is sort of possessed.
Yeah.
Right. And the demonic toys. That one is more. Yeah, that one's possessed.
Right.
So I mean, we were pretty on topic. We just couldn't. I couldn't come up with the name. It's not as easy as like Nick Cage month, guys.
That's coming.
Right.
It's coming.
Or it's already came. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this whole month, the whole theme for everything. If you guys have anything you guys want to recommend or want us to watch or do a theme on, we have all of our contact informations in our show notes. We have our email. We also have our Twitter down there. So go ahead and just shoot us a DM or email.
Definitely.
Right.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Oh yes, we do love to hear from you. Please. Try to review us on whatever streaming site you are using, whether it be Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify.
And even if you hate us, still like follow us, and then don't ever listen to another episode. But that way it looks like we're popular.
Right. Or you could hate listen to us.
Hate listen to us. Be like, I'm just gonna start this and then put my phone down and walk into the other room.
Or like if you're stuck in traffic. You could listen to us and just argue and talk shit about us throughout the whole episode. Like, what kind of opinion is that, Barry? Colby, stop laughing at random spots. So it's like you're having a conversation with people that you love to argue with.
True, and if you hate some of the movies that we do, give us the reason why, or if like you're like this movie should definitely be Ultimate Box Set. Why did they only want to stream it?
Right.
Let us know.
Or just send us an email. Tell us that we, from our recommendations, we wasted your time. But now you have something to talk about with your friends. So did we really waste your time? I don't know.
No.
Like you could just now you have a new topic when you guys go out to eat. Like, oh, I just watched the worst movies that these podcast guys told me to watch, and it was
good, and I watched it. Now I'm never going to get that hour and a half of my life back.
Or now I won't get those images from my head away. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'm Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to know who does our opening theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. You can check out her Bandcamp down below. It is called Arcade Montage.
Thank you.